Money isn't just money. Money is a sign. Money is something that has psychology, has other things attached to it.
Did you know that nearly 70% of people feel like they're falling behind financially compared to their neighbors? It's not just you. Many of us look around and wonder how everyone else seems to afford those luxury cars, designer clothes, and fancy vacations. But the truth is, what you see might not be the whole story. The truth is, what looks like wealth on the outside is often just a well-crafted illusion. Those shiny new purchases and lavish lifestyles, they might be funded by debt, not actual financial success. For instance, your neighbor drives home in a brand new sports car, and you can't help but feel a twinge of envy. But what if we told you that most of the time that car could be a symbol of debt rather than riches? It's easy to confuse appearances with true financial stability. The reality is, many people are stretching themselves thin just to keep up with the image of success, while their financial foundations might not be as solid as they seem. In this video, we're going to explain the concept of perceived wealth versus true wealth. We'll explore why it often feels like your neighbors seem richer than you, when in fact, that might not be the case at all. It's all about understanding the difference between looking rich and being rich. Two things that are often worlds apart. So watch the video till the end to understand why it's easy to be misled by what we see. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on the valuable insights we share in our future videos. Alright, now, let's get started and uncover why your neighbors might not be as rich as they appear. The first thing we need to understand is the mirage of conspicuous consumption. This is when people buy flashy, expensive items, not because they need them, but because they want to show off. You've probably seen it before. Someone driving a luxury car, wearing designer clothes, or sporting the latest high-end gadgets. It looks like they're living the high life, right? But those purchases might be more about keeping up appearances than about true financial success. Most of time, people buys a brand new sports car, not because they're passionate about cars or need it for practical reasons, but because they want to project an image of success. That's conspicuous consumption in action. They're spending money on things that might impress others, but these purchases don't necessarily improve their financial health. In fact, they might be adding stress to their lives, with hefty car payments and insurance costs draining their bank accounts. A great example of avoiding this trap comes from Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest people in the world. Despite his immense wealth, he's famously frugal. He still lives in the same modest house he bought in the 1950s and drives a simple car. Buffett once said, "If you buy things you do not need, soon you will have to sell things you need." This quote perfectly captures the danger of conspicuous consumption. It's a reminder that what matters isn't how rich you look, but how secure and stable your finances actually are. Moving forward, let's talk about how easy it is to get caught up in the illusion of richness. The reality behind perceived wealth. When you see your neighbors or friends enjoying luxurious things, it's natural to feel a bit of envy or start wondering if you're falling behind. But here's the truth. What you perceive as wealth might not be as real as it seems. Think about this. When you see someone driving a new car or taking lavish vacations, it's easy to assume they're doing better financially. But what you don't see are the credit card bills, the loans, or the stress that might come with maintaining that lifestyle. We tend to be blind to our own indulgences, while overestimating the wealth of others. This creates a false sense of inferiority, where you feel like you're not doing enough, even though you might be on solid financial ground. A great example comes from the author and motivational speaker, Tim Ferriss, who says, "We buy things we don't need with money. We don't have to impress people we don't like." Social comparison often drives this illusion. You might see someone's highlight reel on social media, pictures of their new house, fancy dinners, or exotic vacations, and start feeling like you're not measuring up. But these are just snapshots of their life, not the full picture. Everyone has struggles and challenges that they don't share online. Now, everything they do has some hidden cost that most of us don't see. Let's talk about them in detail. The hidden cost of keeping up appearances. It's easy to assume that the people around you who are living lavish lifestyles are genuinely wealthy. But many of them are actually buried in debt, using borrowed money to maintain the appearance of success. Credit cards, personal loans, and home equity lines of credit make it easy to finance a lifestyle that's beyond your actual means. This growing trend has led to more and more people living paycheck to paycheck, all while driving fancy cars and living in big houses. But beneath the surface, they might be struggling to keep up with the payments. It's a vicious cycle where the need to look rich overshadows the need to be financially secure. To put it into perspective, consider this. In the United States, total consumer debt has reached alarming levels, $17.80 trillion, with millions of people leveraging credit just to keep up with the Joneses. During the Great Depression, people were more focused on saving and living within their means because they understood the consequences of debt. Today, however, the focus has shifted to immediate gratification and maintaining appearances, often at the expense of long-term financial health. So, what should you do? Instead of falling into the debt trap, focus on living within your means and building real wealth. It might not be as flashy, but it's far more sustainable and fulfilling in the long run. Remember, true financial security isn't about how much you can borrow. It's about how much you can save and invest. And in all this, one of the biggest pitfalls that can keep you stuck in the illusion of wealth is keeping up with the Joneses. The trap of keeping up with the Joneses. This refers to the tendency to compare yourself to your neighbors or peers and try to match or surpass their lifestyle. But constantly trying to keep up with others can drain your true wealth, leaving you feeling financially stressed and unfulfilled. A famous quote by Will Rogers perfectly sums up this dilemma. Too many people spend money they haven't earned, to buy things they don't want, to impress people they don't like. This quote highlights the absurdity of chasing appearances. The more you try to match others' material possessions, the more you risk losing sight of what truly matters, your financial stability and peace of mind. So, what should you do? Instead of falling into the trap of keeping up with the Joneses, focus on what's important to you and your financial goals. Remember, the Joneses might not be as wealthy as they appear. Don't let their lifestyle dictate your financial decisions. By staying true to your values and living within your means, you'll be better equipped to build real wealth and achieve long-term financial success. Now that we've explored the dangers of keeping up with the Joneses, let's focus on what really matters. True wealth, choosing financial freedom over flashiness. Unlike the illusion of wealth, which is all about appearances, true wealth isn't something you show off. It's about what you have tucked away for the future. The security you build for yourself and your loved ones, and the freedom to live life on your own terms. So, what is true wealth? It's not the flashy car in the driveway or the designer clothes in your closet. True wealth is about financial freedom. It's having enough assets, like savings, investments, and property, to cover your expenses and live comfortably without stress. It's about knowing that you can handle whatever life throws your way, because you've built a solid financial foundation. Think about it this way. The satisfaction you get from buying something flashy is short-lived. A new gadget or luxury item might make you feel good for a moment, but that feeling fades quickly. On the other hand, the peace of mind that comes from financial security is long-lasting. It allows you to enjoy life without constantly worrying about money. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, sums it up perfectly. I measure success by how many people close to me want to spend their time with me. This quote reminds us that true wealth goes beyond material possessions. It's about the relationships you build, the experiences you cherish, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're financially secure. Take a moment to think about what truly matters in your life. Is it the temporary thrill of buying something new? Or is it the lasting comfort of financial independence? True wealth isn't about how much you spend. It's about how well you manage what you have. It's about making choices that enrich your life, not just in the short term, but for years to come. So, focus on building financial freedom rather than chasing the next shiny object. Invest in your future, nurture your relationships, and seek experiences that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you prioritize these things, you'll find that true wealth isn't about showing off. It's about living a life that's rich in meaning and security. To sum up the whole discussion, we've explored how the wealth you see around you, those luxury cars, designer clothes, and big houses, can often be an illusion. People may appear rich on the surface, but beneath it, many are struggling with debt and financial stress, all in an effort to keep up appearances. We've learned that true wealth isn't about what you can show off. It's about what you've built for your future, your financial freedom and stability. True wealth comes from having the financial security to live life on your own terms, without the pressure of keeping up with others. It's about knowing that you have the resources to handle life's ups and downs and the peace of mind that comes with it. As Warren Buffett wisely puts it, the more you learn, the more you earn. This reminds us that real success isn't about material possessions, but about making smart financial decisions that lead to long-term security and happiness. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on financial wisdom and living a truly wealthy life. By making these changes today, you'll be setting yourself up for a future where you don't just appear wealthy, you are wealthy in the ways that count the most.